All right, it's September 29th, 2023. We're at Art All Night in Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
Could you tell us your name?
My name is Rosemary Ramirez.
And could you tell us about your connection to Mount Pleasant neighborhood?
Yes, so I was born and raised in this neighborhood. I feel like my family has been deeply rooted in this neighborhood. When my grandparents first came to this country, they lived in Mount Pleasant for quite a while. Actually, my grandpa's still around the neighborhood. So then, my parents met, and I was just born and raised here. And now my daughter is born and raised here, is being raised here. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So that makes 4 generations.
Yes.
And could you tell us about your grandparents some and what kinds of presents they had in the neighborhood?
Yes, so my grandparents, they came from Guatemala, and I think they've been here for more than 20 years, maybe like 40 years. So it's really like a long history. But what I can say is that a lot of friends, they made lots of friends in this neighborhood. And I think it's just a lot of history in this neighborhood, it's a lot of like family connections.
And did they also have a business in the neighborhood too?
No business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said they had many friends. What sorts of things would they do together with their friends?
So the laundromat, I forgot the name, Panama Laundromat. I know he's been here for a really long time. My grandparents would go do laundry there. And I think they had friends there. My grandpa, he would always hang out with his friends at 7-Eleven. And just basically friends that we had like living around the neighborhood, but no business. Business-wise, yeah.
And your parents met here in the neighborhood as well?
Yes, they met here. When my grandparents first came, they were living here on Mount Pleasant. After a while, when my parents got married, we moved down to Lamont.
Lamont, which is the street we are currently on right now.
Yes, 1841 Lamont.
And this was where you were born, where you were raised?
Yes, born and raised.
Wow.
Yes.
And so what are some of your earliest memories of this street?
Well, my grandfather, he would always come down to the park, up the street to the park, and he would always take me with him. So I think the park has a lot of like history because that's where I grew up playing around. And I feel like the stores, like the one in front of us right now, I think that's been there for a really long time as well, because that's where my grandparents would also like do their grocery shopping.
And you mean by the park, you mean Rock Creek Park, right?
Rock Creek Park, as well as this one.
Oh, the one on the corner
Yes,
here where
yes.
the farmer's market is?
Yes.
Yes, great, okay. And that's the one you played in when you were a kid?
Right.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yes.
So, how was the neighborhood when you were a child different or similar than it will be for your daughter?
So I believe that there's many new businesses coming up than before. I remember that Columbia Heights wasn't how it is right now. A lot of construction, but I feel like it's a good thing at the same time because it's like also giving job opportunities for a lot of people. But I think it still will give her like a lot of memories, the same way as I did.
I see, yeah. And so does it feel different, the street, or similar? Are there similar or different things for you?
I feel like it's just home. Like it doesn't feel any different.
It just feels like just that sense of
Yes,
belonging.
yes,
Oh, that's
correct.
terrific. And do you mind me asking, so your parents met in Mount Pleasant, or they came together in Mount Pleasant?
They came together in Mount Pleasant, yes.
And where did you two meet?
Well, my partner, he's from New York, so we met online.
Okay, okay.
So Mount Pleasant is basically where we met up to hang out.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
That's
So there's a
great.
lot of history in like Mount Pleasant overall.
Oh, that's great. And can we meet your daughter?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Let's
Come, mommy.
see.
So
And can you let me back this out a little here? All right. And could you tell us your name?
what's your name, Mama? Melanie.
Milani. Okay. And you are
Two.
two?
Two.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. All right. Well, are there any things you hope for the future for yourself and for Milani for Mount Pleasant?
I just hope that she grows up belonging. Just the way I felt, like it's just home. So I just feel like she has somewhere to say, oh, that's home. I grew up here. I just want her to feel the way that I would.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing your story.
Thank you.